This is the band Brain. I just have to say Brain. I got to say it like that. With the song Sweet Louisa Lewis.
Sweet Louisa Lewis, things got pretty wild. I heard somebody saying, you are carrying my child. But sweet Louisa Lewis, you're walking up the aisle, about to wear another man, a man who makes you smile. And I hope he gives you everything, everything you need. I'm the one who's left you with a heart that bleeds. Sweet Louisa Lewis, stay away from me. We had our nights of passion, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm not the sort who'll stick around, I'll never do what's right. So sweet Louisa Lewis, go off and find the light. And I hope he gives you everything, everything you need. I'm the one who's left you with a heart that bleeds. Sweet Louisa Lewis, I would love you if I could, but a part of me is missing. I don't feel it like I should. I raise my glass to you tonight and truly wish you well. Sweet Louisa Lewis, this is farewell. And I hope it gives you everything, everything you need. I'm the one.
Is that real?
And that was Brain with Sweet Louisa Lewis. So these guys, they were a straight up submission on the website. We have free submissions on the website, indiemusicplus.com. Go to submit music and you can submit to the podcast, which is now called the broadcast, but whatever. You can also submit to be a featured artist there, and you can do some other stuff there. So this band, I have a feeling that they're using a home studio. When I was doing the transfer of the audio to put it in for the broadcast, I noticed it was real jumpy. So I actually had to do a little mastering for the show, but not the recording that you heard, Dave.
Okay.
The raw recording that you heard was what we got, but just for the show, so it would sound a little more even. I did just a little sweetening to it, but it was really just to make it sound okay online. But anyway, it sounded good. I like the classic rock vibe to it. That's the kind of stuff I was raised on. And you were mentioning some things that reminded you of.
They actually reminded me of our artist from last week, Lubach, because you had cut out when I was doing my review last week. And
I did watch it.
By the way, that was challenging last week. Facebook, what are you doing? You have like $50 billion. Why are you giving us all these glitches? But anyway, this band Brain, the good stuff is that you look at all the players, all the instruments, they're really smooth. The production was awesome. The mix was great. It was really warm and friendly and nice on the ears. They all have skills, but this has got to be one of their first albums, if not their first, because it's what I said last week about Lubach was like hearing the song. It's like 90% cover to me. It's like they all have skills, and they're, 2 or 3 albums down the road, once they found their voice and once they find their niche and their unique sound, I think they're going to be amazing. But the intro was like Stone Temple Pilots. It was like almost note for note to me from what I heard. The solo at the end was almost note for note for like old school Soundgarden. Or no, I'm sorry. God, what's the name of the band? I can't remember the name. Eddie Vedder.
Pearl Jam. That was
Pearl Jam, yeah, like the solo in the end was a Pearl Jam solo. I heard a lot of Big Head Todd in there. I'm not even sure if I don't know how old these guys are. Maybe they haven't listened really deeply to these bands, but at the same time, I would guess they did because they sound so similar to them. But something else I said last week was I've been through this. You've been through this. I played in a cover band. I played in original bands. The first band I ever played in, every song we played sounded like something that's already on the radio, because where do you start? You have to steal music from other bands. That's how you get started. It's like, hey, I like this lick. This is all I know how to play. I'm going to play this lick. What do you guys think? And then the second album, you start to kind of create your own licks, your own sound. But yeah, so it's really interesting because they're so talented, but yeah, it's like a 90% cover, this song. That's what I would call it. What do you think, man?
I stopped listening. I stopped listening to what you said like 3 minutes ago. Rob is just having way too much fun tonight. He has dancers, he says, and they were dancing for us earlier, which is kind of funny. Did you notice that that was like the peak of our night was when we had the dancers as far as like crowd. So yeah. So I like this band. They just, they got to keep doing their thing. People like, if you keep doing your thing and you find the right people, you will find people who like it and will grab.
Am I talking Chinese though, Joe? I mean, you understand what I'm saying, right? Like of course you heard those other bands in that song, right?
Well, yeah, I heard even like some Tom Petty, like just some basic classic rock sounds. You know what I mean? Like you said, the warmness, it was just, I can't think.